Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name's Amanda. Today we're going to be doing my 32-week pregnancy update, but instead of doing it like the traditional way where I just kind of talk about an update, I thought I would watch my 30 to 32 week pregnancy update with my first baby, my daughter, and compare from that pregnancy to this pregnancy. Have it pulled up right here on my YouTube channel, and we're gonna watch it and compare this pregnancy to that pregnancy. Let's jump right into this video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Amanda. Today I'm filming my 30 through 32 week pregnancy update for you guys. I don't have too much to update on, but I have a couple of different subjects I want to talk about, so I decided to go ahead and do this update. I do have a doctor's appointment on Thursday, so if you guys want to like full pregnancy update on how it's going medically, I guess in medical terms, watch out for my vlog. That should be posted on Friday or Saturday, whichever day that vlog decides to come out. So I had an appointment on Monday with a midwife. Actually it was Tuesday. I had an appointment on Tuesday with a midwife, and I am transferring over to the midwife office, and I was supposed to have a growth scan actually today with the OBs, but the midwives recommended that I cancel that appointment and just schedule a appointment with them for a growth scan at 34 weeks because they couldn't get me in at 32 weeks. So I went ahead, canceled my appointment that I had scheduled for today, and I have my growth scan scheduled in 2 weeks, as well as my 34-week appointment. So it will be like all of it together. But anyways, I want to keep my updates like every 2 weeks because I am nearing the end of my pregnancy. I am at 32 weeks and 3 days today. So I am exactly 32 weeks today, and I was going to do just a update at 34 weeks, but I decided to do one at 32 weeks too, because why the heck not? I feel like I haven't given you guys any pregnancy updates except for like 1 or 2, so I figured let's just cram them in at the end. So same thing. Let me fix this. So I am coming towards the end, and I want to have as many updates as I can. I don't really want to skip out on any. So I have a couple of symptoms and things to talk about. So let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is that I took my 3-hour glucose test last week. I took it on Tuesday, and I found out that I passed all 4 of the blood draws. I know people in my vlogs were super confused on why I said you have to pass 2 of the 4. They were thinking that you have to like pass 2 glucose tests in order to not be diagnosed, but that's not what I meant. So like if you fail your 1-hour glucose test, they order the 3-hour one. Okay, so we can skip over this part because I passed my 1-hour glucose this time around. I didn't even have to take the 3-hour one, which I was super excited about because the 3-hour one took me out the first time around. One that I mentioned earlier is that I have an appointment on Thursday, and that is going to be for a growth scan slash just an ultrasound. So we will get to see baby girl for the first time in about a month, and we will see how much she weighs, estimation of course. So that is super exciting. Mauricio can go with me, so we are excited to be doing that together. We want to make sure we get lots of pictures because this could potentially be our last ultrasound depending on how she is measuring. So I want to make sure I can get as many pictures as I can because we really haven't gotten that many good ultrasound pictures, honestly. So I'm gonna ask to make sure we get quite a bit. So like I mentioned, I have my growth scan scheduled at 34 weeks, and it is because this is an IVF pregnancy and they want to continue to monitor baby's growth. I am not saying the gender of this baby out on social media, but we do know the gender of our baby. If you're new, we did IVF, we had 8 embryos, we had 6 girls, 2 boys, and we kind of just asked the doctor which one was the healthiest, and he told us. And you know, we just decided that though we had a gender preference, we wanted to have the best outcome of a successful live pregnancy, successful transfer, successful pregnancy ending in a live pregnancy. So we kind of just took out like the gender part of the question and just was like, which one's the healthiest? And he said this one is, and that's the one we transferred. So that's the one I'm pregnant with. just in case this is our last one. The next thing is my baby shower is coming up on the 20th. I'm so excited. We're going to Jacksonville for it. And we are leaving not this Friday, but next Friday for it. And I'm really excited just to see family and just celebrate her and celebrate her life, and know that literally once that passes, I will only have about 5.5 weeks until we meet her approximately. So wow, that's nuts. So crazy. I'm just so excited to meet her. I'm just so ready to meet her at that point. Like, I'm already ready to meet her now, but she needs a couple more weeks in there. 37 weeks is when I will start doing walk-in, pineapple, raspberry leaf tea. Like, I'm gonna do it all. Okay, I don't even remember having a baby shower with my first one, so that must have been a flunk. Second one, definitely didn't have a baby shower. I thought about doing like a baby, like a sprinkle, like a lunch, but I decided not to. I just decided that I didn't want it. I really didn't. I don't want gifts. I don't want people to feel, this is gonna sound really weird, but I don't want people to feel like they have the right to have access to my baby. So I just feel like if someone brings you something, especially if they bring you something larger in the dollar sign, they think that, oh, well, now she's like obligated to do everything I ask. And I'm like, no, that's not how I want that to go. And so we don't have a lot of friends or family. Like, we both have just a couple of really good friends, and then that don't even live near us. We live in a new city right now, so we don't really know anybody outside of what my husband knows at work. And my mom and his mom are also 3 to 5 hours away, so it just we don't need it. We don't need it. We good with that one. But like I said, I didn't have one here either, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, because that's considered full term, and I do not want to be pregnant longer than I have to be. I have a very different outlook on pregnancy now, when it comes to full term inductions and stuff like that. So with this pregnancy, my first one, I wanted to be induced at 39 weeks. Like, I was done. I was over it. I wanted to know when I was going to meet my baby, and I thought that it would be the best to schedule it, so that everyone could, you know, schedule when they're gonna come to meet her. And I decided that that wasn't important to me this time around. Like, obviously I have my daughter and someone needs to watch her. Luckily, my mom is only about 3.5 hours away, and I do have plans for my sister to come down at 39 weeks to stay that week with me, and then my mom will be here that following week. So I have 39 weeks and 40 weeks covered, and I won't go past 41. So I will definitely have my baby between 40 and 41 weeks when my mom is here if I go past my due date. I had my daughter at 39 weeks one day, and I'm hoping to go a little bit further with this baby, because this baby technically is supposed to be due on April 3rd. But they say in my chart, April 2nd. And April 2nd was my due date with my daughter too. So it just, by God's plan, that it's not anything for me to stress about. So I am just like, please don't have the same birthday. Like, let's do it at least 24 hours apart. But if I could get a week, that would be ideal. So I definitely don't want my baby to come at 37 weeks this time, like I did this time. And I don't know if the science has changed, or maybe just my education has changed, but 37 weeks is not considered full term. Okay, so to talk about some symptoms that I've had, really, pregnancy has just been really hard for me physically. I'm usually a super physically active person. In my pregnancy, I've been very, very, very much sedentary. Going with I have a toddler, so I'm as sedentary as my toddler lets me be. Pandemic and being pregnant, being sick the first trimester, the second trimester, there was so many like possible complications that I really didn't want to risk anything. And now the third trimester, my body is just struggling really, really bad. I did do some yoga stretching this morning to kind of help get some pressure off my back, because that's been killing me. That really helped and felt really amazing. So I'm probably going to continue doing that, like 15 to 20 minutes a day. Honestly helped so much. I just felt like so much better, like just going outside and stretching and just taking a moment for myself and appreciating my body and really feeling my body, you know, strengthen and stretch out and all sorts of things. It just felt amazing to get active again. So I am excited for her to be born and to recover so I can start working out again and be back physically where I like to be and love to be, and not be pregnant again anymore for like 5 years. Probably, hope. Okay, so I would say that I was pretty sedentary in my first pregnancy because I didn't have a toddler, and I was pretty uncomfortable in my pregnancy, and I'm pretty uncomfortable this pregnancy, but I'm way more active. Like, I'm still baking, cooking, cleaning, lifting, shopping. I'm doing it all. And I don't have back pain. I think that's when my abs in my first pregnancy started to separate, and I started to get that like really weak core, and that still could come later on in this pregnancy, but so far I haven't had all too bad back pain in this stage of pregnancy. I had a little bit earlier on, but I haven't had any back pain currently, but I'm definitely not doing yoga. But I do have plans to, as soon as I'm cleared, to start working out again. Behind me is actually windows to our garage because they didn't take out the garage they didn't take out these windows when they added the garage. So that is going to be our gym. Just like it was our gym in our old house, we had a 1-car garage that we turned into a gym, and we're going to have our Peloton in there and our gym equipment, and I plan on getting in there at 6 weeks postpartum if I'm cleared, and getting back in shape because I have let myself go the last couple of years since I became a mom, and it's time to take care of myself, because I don't want to leave my kids, and I lost my dad when I was 15 years old, and I don't want to do that to my kids. So it's really important for me to take my health and my physical health seriously. So that is also the same goal. I did do very good after this pregnancy though. Like, I did get back into working out, but then we went on the road in our RV, and kind of life just went down, and my body went down, my mental health went down, my physical health went down, and now it's time for me to get back up. Hopefully, I say that, but I'll probably have another one. Maybe. We'll have to see. I did not want another one for a really long time. So we almost lost my daughter at a month old, and I swore to myself I never wanted another baby. Like, that was the worst thing I had ever been through. I never wanted to experience it again or have the possibility of experiencing it. But here I am. I got pregnant, obviously, like, what, 7 or 8 months ago? I don't know how many months pregnant I am technically. And now I want to have another one, like, right after I'm done breastfeeding this baby. I want to try to get pregnant again. We'll do naturally trying again, and then go back to IVF if we need to. But I do not want to wait as long as we waited with my first, because they're going to be 4 years apart. Me and my sister are 5 years apart, and we did not have a good relationship until we were adults. And I just don't want that 5-year relationship or 5-year age gap. I'm hoping for like a 2 to 3 year age gap next time, preferably closer to, I mean, it kind of depends if they'll let me continue breastfeeding. We'll probably try like at the 1 year mark. When this baby turns 1, we'll start trying naturally, and then maybe like 6 months in, if we have not done anything successfully, talk about IVF and breastfeeding and how that kind of lines up, if they allow it, if they don't allow it. And I've heard people have to wean, so it kind of just depends. I don't want to cut this baby off from breast milk earlier than they want to. I want them to wean themselves, so that also plays a role into it. But we'll probably start trying at like a year old. I had really, really bad back pain, which I just kind of touched on, that I just feel like has been very like annoying for anything. It just feels like my spine has lots of pressure on it. I'm always on the ball. I'm always like, if I put my head down, like my neck all the way down to my butt stretches, and it feels so good. It's like amazing. And I've been doing the ball stretch where you lean onto the ball on your knees, and it kind of helps take the pressure off your back. That feels really good. I have been doing everything I can. It's really good. I have not used my ball one single time this pregnancy, and I asked my husband actually to blow it up a couple nights ago and we didn't, because the problem is this time I have a toddler who will wake up in the morning and yeet that ball across the room and probably knock my TV down off the wall. So I have to remember to put it in the garage every single night, and I just haven't done it yet, and I really should do it. Maybe tonight, we'll see. And to help ease my back pain, it's been really, really bad. And with back pain, it has resulted in me getting little to no sleep. Luckily, the last couple nights I've actually slept fairly well. But for a while there, I was having to take Unisum to just like kind of knock me out, and so I could have a good night's sleep, because I would be up all night with constant back pain and or heartburn that has come back full force, like really bad. I ran out of Pepcid and I didn't buy any more, and I was kind of doing good with just like 1 or 2 Tums a day. And then all of a sudden it just came back full force. So I had to go pick up more Pepcid, and I'm just like, Pepcid. We can talk about heartburn in this pregnancy, but let's talk about it. So I've had heartburn on since very early on, and actually I asked one of the OBs at my office for Pepcid, and she told me that it was because of the diet that I was eating, and she was like, I will know that it's your diet if you come and you ask for a higher dose of Pepcid. Like, I'm gonna be watching you and making sure that you're, you know, eating properly, because I'll know if it's your diet. And it was very like attack worthy the way that it was stated, and she did end up sending the Pepcid, but I never went and picked it up. I never picked it up because I felt so judged by her, and so I just kind of struggled through it, and then it kind of like faded off, kind of like, I'm assuming here, like I had it, faded off, and then it comes back. So that's kind of what happened here as well. I had it in the beginning, and then it kind of faded off, and now it's back to where I take Tums like probably more often than I should in a day, but not like where I'm eating it like every hour like candy, because then I would probably ask for Pepcid. But yeah, my heartburn is bad this pregnancy. I also get restless legs, which affects my sleep. Like right at 9 o'clock every single night on the dot, my legs just start going. And I've had restless legs for years. I've had restless legs for years. My mom has it really bad, so I don't know if it's genetics or what it is, but I have really bad restless legs, and I can't sleep either. But I also have a toddler who's been waking up at like 3:30, 4:30 in the morning. Thank goodness the last 2 days she slept until like 6:30, 7:30. Oh, so my sleep has been like, it's just been like mom sleep. And my pregnancy has catered towards it a little bit, but no insomnia really from pregnancy. I had it like a couple days here and there, but nothing too bad. Definitely uncomfortable when I'm laying down in bed, because I can only lay on my sides, obviously. I still try to lay like on my side of my stomach and then like push the baby to the other side. Like, you need to be over here so I can lay here, you know? But for the most part, pretty uncomfortable sleep, but I also get decent sleep for being a mom, you know? I'm so tired of heartburn, but I hope that we can see if she has hair on the ultrasound. I know you can't see it too much, but if she does have quite a bit of it, they can kind of see that. So that'll be interesting to see if she does end up having a lot of hair on the ultrasound, or if not, when she's born, because heartburn is real and it sucks, and it will be interesting to see if it kind of actually is like not an old wives' tale and it's actually true. So I don't know, just keep up with my videos and see if she has a lot of hair. She did in fact have a lot of hair. And she never lost it. If my heartburn is caused by that, or it's just because I've been super sedentary this pregnancy and that's my body's way of being like, no, this is not okay, it's not healthy, let's like get moving and stuff. But I'm hoping she has a lot of hair, but I'm pretty sure it's both factors into it. I still have preterm labor signs and symptoms such as lower back pain and really bad period-like cramps. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Period-like cramps. They have been quite concerning to me, and I do kind of see how often I get them. If I get cramps more than like 6 or 7 times that are noticeable to me in a day, that is kind of the number I've set for myself too, at what point I will call my doctor. But I am just waiting until Thursday to find out what she says. I don't know if she's gonna want to check my cervix. A lot of people say that if you tell your doctor that you're having a lot of period-like cramps before full term, they will want to do a cervical check to see if you're dilating. because usually that is a sign of it, as well as an extremely hard stomach. And some people will say, oh, those are Braxton Hicks. I have already looked up how to distinguish the difference. So contractions and expanding of the uterus, or of the cervix, is that what it's called? Like dilation of the cervix, I should say, will contribute to more period-like cramps, like in the lower region. As Braxton Hicks is like your stomach gets really tight. It almost feels like someone puts those little like muscle stickers things on you and shocks you and your muscles get really, really tense. That's what a Braxton Hicks feels like to me. And then when I get period-like cramps, they come and they stay for about a minute. So I know that that's what I'm looking for, but like I said, I'm looking for like 6 to 10 or 6 to 7 in a day before I really start to get panicky. But most of the time it's in the morning, and I just try to drink a lot of water and relax during that time if they start to come, and then they eventually go away. But I am going to bring it up to my doctor on Thursday, if not before then, if I start to get more of them. But it is already Monday, almost Tuesday, so I'm thinking that I will be able to wait until Thursday. That is really weird that I'm filming this video today, because for the first time, actually it's not the first time I've had real contractions, but today I actually was having contractions for the first time, like that were worrisome to me, where I was like, holy moly, this might be like something really bad. Like I might have to go and get them to be stopped. But luckily they stopped on their own. When I drank a liquid IV and I was laying on the couch, they were able to kind of drift off, but they were period-like cramps. They were making me have to like close my eyes and like focus on getting through them. And then I also had a lot of Braxton Hicks where my stomach tightens. What she explained past me, it's really tight, makes it hard like a rock. I've had those for weeks now, and some days I get them worse than others, and other times I get them not as bad as others. So it just kind of depends. But today was the first time. Today was like the first time where I was like, Mauricio, like I might have to go in and tell them that I'm having contractions and they might have to get them to stop. So luckily they were able to be tapered off themselves, but same girl, same. Moves are becoming more like rolls and shifts instead of like punches and kicks and jolts. She still does little jolts here and there, but they're much bigger. So they're like her whole body. They're not like little legs and feet. So that has been super fun and interesting to see. It's also kind of worrisome because I think she's transitioning from like punching and kicking and stretching to kind of just like maneuvering and rolling and shifting. And I've noticed that shift in her movements, but she still is moving all the time, constantly. I can feel her when I'm standing, sitting. At all times I can feel her moving. I've never been where I do her kick counts around between 2 and 4, and they're always within like 15 minutes. She's moved 10 times. So I really haven't been worried about her reduced movements or anything. They just kind of shifted from more of punches and kicks and jolts to like rolls, and she like kind of pushes out onto my stomach and stuff like that. But I still get some of those jolts and probably some kicks here and there. But again, mostly just rolls and maneuvers, I guess. I have packed. Okay, girl, that was a lot of words, but same. This baby has been super active from the beginning, and I still feel punches, kicks. I feel like sometimes I can feel like their fingers down in my hips, like wiggling. I know that's a really weird thing to say, but sometimes I feel like little like and then sometimes I feel it also up on the top, like where their butt is. So like, I don't know, maybe if that's their feet, like the position they're in at that moment, and I can feel like their feet doing the same thing, but it's really weird. But I can also feel their butt in the exact same place that I felt my daughter. And I remember like right at the top of my stomach, I'd be like, is that her butt or is that her head? And then we learned that it was her butt. And then at the midwife's appointment, I asked them to map this baby, and she was like, oh, definitely head down. This is definitely the butt. And I think that their spine is like a C shape. So, you know, like along my stomach, like a C. So I don't know, I guess it's kind of the same. Rolls, kicks, jolts, maneuvers, also moves all the time. Mostly when I'm laying down on my side, which makes sense because you stop rocking them to sleep, and also you're not getting sidetracked by other things. Baby's hospital bag. So if you're interested to see what is a hospital bag, I don't know what that is. What I've packed in there, I will put a little card for you guys to go on and click to see. Also, that room she's sitting in, mine does not look like that right now for this baby. See that? I did more of like a overpacker kind of vibe. So if you are not wanting to overpack for the, I probably will still be an overpacker kind of vibe because I used everything in my hospital bag. Hospital, my video is probably not for you. I'm also a first time mom, so also take that into consideration. But I feel like I did a pretty good job. I didn't overpack too much. I just used a generic itsy ritzy diaper bag, and I didn't overfill it or anything. But I don't know where that diaper bag is, but I would love to find it. And I feel like I overpacked more than what some moms do or experienced moms do. So I will leave that up there for you guys if you guys are interested in that. Also, this is your reminder that you can pack whatever makes you feel comfortable. If you want to pack your whole house, pack your whole house. If you want to pack a toothbrush, then pack a toothbrush. I don't know what a hospital bag is though at this current point in my pregnancy. Then I feel like if I pack it, it kind of tells the universe that I'm okay if they come, and I'm not okay with that. So that's why I haven't packed it too. I do still need to pack mine and purchase stuff for mine. I haven't even really thought about it. I mean, I've thought about it, but not really like gone out and bought stuff for it. I have an entire list of things that I know I need to buy for it. I will actually name off a couple. I have a good bit of postpartum stuff because I've been doing videos over on my TikTok about a bunch of postpartum products that have come out on the market, and I've been comparing them. So if you're interested in that, you can go over to my TikTok. But I don't have like tucks, or I don't have postpartum underwear, and I don't have what's the other one that I needed, like Dermaplast. I love Dermaplast with my first baby, so I need to get that. Let's see what she says that I need, and I'll let you know what I need. Full of things. So I want to get another bag of Depends. I need to get some of those. I don't have one, and I also need to get pads. I do want to get Dermaplast and Witch Hazel laxatives, tuck pads, flip-flops, a robe. I need a going home comfy set because I don't have anything. I didn't use a robe last time. Guys, I don't have anything. I don't have a going home set either, but I did buy pajama pants. I might buy another set to take home, to go home in. Really comfortable. I want to get a couple more, actually like 1 or 2 more regular bras to labor in. Not necessarily nursing bras, but just like comfortable bras for laboring, and also just around the house. I bought one from Target and I'm absolutely obsessed with it, but I haven't been able to find another one since I got that one. So I'm hoping. I'm telling you, the game changer is wearing a nursing bra when you're laboring, or at least when you're actively pushing, or not a bra at all, because you will want baby to latch in that first hour if you're planning on breastfeeding. And it's just easier if you're already, you know, they can just unclip it, or they can just undo the gown, and they're there, you know. So I would recommend either no bra or a nursing bra. I need to find more similar to that. I need to get slippers and some large, I have slippers. Large, cheap. I do need shower flip-flops though, but showers don't really gross me out that bad. I don't know if that makes me a bad person, but cheap underwear for when we first get home. So those are the kind of things that are on my list for myself, for postpartum, and for my hospital bag. I do have a separate list of things to actually pack in there, but those are things that I need to get for the hospital bag. Answering another question that a lot of people have been asking me on every social media platform is when I'm gonna do a nursery tour. So what is a nursery? Seriously, what is that? So I kind of show the background. This is kind of like what you guys see majority of the time, but we have done a lot of things in here. I kind of shift things around when I come in here to film. I will literally go show you guys the nursery after this video so that you guys don't see anything that I've done in here. This glass actually is just here because we had company. We had to move it from our spare bedroom, but that will go back. To be fair, we did not use my daughter's nursery very often. The only thing I used in there was the glider and the changing table and her closet. This baby has a closet and their stuff will be in that closet. And then I'll have a changing pad station in there eventually one day, hopefully soon, in the next 8 weeks. And then the glider, I think I'm gonna put out in the living room. because I think that it would be more effective out here. Honestly, it'd be the most effective in our room, but it won't fit in our room here in this house. So I think it'll be most effective out in the living room. And then I might just put it in their room because their room is actually closer than the living room. So who knows? I don't even want a glider. I want like an actual like lazy boy recliner. Like, I'm not buying a nursery glider. I'm gonna buy a recliner that we can use for years to come. Back in our spare bedroom, once Maurizio moves it back, but he's at work. We don't have a spare bedroom here. But that will be coming after our baby shower. So I will look towards the end of February, beginning of March. We will put that up there. I also want to make sure that our bedside nursery is also set up because I'm going to include that in there as well, because that's where she will be for the first. I don't have that set up either. I don't even have their bed. Not a crib, not a bassinet, not nothing. Not a thing. I am going to buy their bassinet like either this week or next week. I'm waiting on, I really want them to have a sale, but I don't think they're gonna have one. But I think I'm gonna wait until 34 weeks, and if I don't see a sale on the bassinet I want, I'm just gonna have to buy it full price. But if you're watching this, Graco, and you want sponsored content, or you want to collab on that, hit your girl up, because I would literally probably pee my pants. Probably, if I got that email. A couple of months of her life. So I also want to include that in the nursery tour because I don't want to do like 2 separate videos. I'd rather just do it in one big shebang. I do have my bedside cart though, but the only thing that's on it is my breast pumps. I'd rather just that are not sterilized. Dang. As far as like cravings go, I do not have any cravings except for I craved a cheeseburger last night and I got one. I drink a lot of water. I'm trying to eliminate any preterm labor signs or symptoms. Dehydration can be the cause of one. Sorry guys, my face just like got really itchy for some reason. That was like so weird, that like the way I just like itched my face. But anyways, not too bad with cravings. I crave dragon fruit, which I got, and I've been drinking dragon fruit smoothies. But that's it. That's basically it for this update. It hasn't been too exciting. I feel like I've had no cravings this pregnancy, which I actually have had like no appetite this pregnancy. I have gained 2 pounds this pregnancy, and I was talking to my midwife and she was like, in theory, when you take in the extra blood volume, the amniotic fluid, the placenta, I was about to say the pancreas, the placenta, the baby, the amniotic fluid, did I already say that? All that stuff, in theory you've lost about 13 pounds of body fat this pregnancy, which is kind of crazy because I've only gained 2 pounds physically on the scale. So I've definitely lost body fat in this pregnancy, which was not the case for the first pregnancy. My first pregnancy, I think I gained almost 40 pounds. So it definitely doesn't look like it in this video though. So I don't know. But like I said, I want to keep updating you guys so you guys can see everything because we're almost done. We only have about 7.5 weeks left, so we're almost there to meeting her. Before I end today's video, I'm going to show you guys my belly. I'm going to do like front and side. So here is my belly with my sweater on and then my sweatshirt up. That is the belly from the side. I could pull my pants down just a little bit for you guys. I still have stretch marks on my hips that are getting a little bit darker now. My belly button is almost completely pushed out. It's almost non-existent. I'm thinking about taking my belly button ring out now because it just kind of looks weird at this point. But here's my belly from the front with shorts on. With shorts on, it kind of just looks like normal. Like when you're on camera you can tell, but like in person, if I was just wearing shorts, it's kind of hard to tell that I'm actually pregnant. And then from the side, and I feel like she's getting lower already. So, and again, I do have a couple of stretch marks right there. But let's do my bump today. Okay, so here is my bump. The side. Your girl has stretch marks this time around. Belly button's gone. I still have my belly button piercing, but I don't not put a belly button ring in since I took it out in one of these videos. So side, front, side. Now that I'm comparing, I definitely feel like I'm carrying this baby lower than I carried my first baby. Definitely. But sweet baby. I'm measuring my fundal height is at, I am measuring at 34 weeks with my fundal height. I tried to measure it at home yesterday after my appointment, and I was like getting 27, measuring at like 27 weeks, and one, that's pretty small for being 30, almost 32 weeks. I would have been 32 weeks today, yesterday, so like basically 32 weeks, okay? And I was technically measuring 34 at my appointment, so I don't know if I trust myself. But I have not had a belly button ring in my belly button. I think I put one in postpartum, but it looked so funny, it looked so weird, so I just took it out. But as you can tell, it still is pierced. That is basically the end of this update video for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in our next video. Bye, guys. And that completes mine too, because that's all I got. But anyways, I will see you guys in my next update at 34 weeks, and I can't wait to share with you guys. Bye, guys.
So I just close my eyes